Hey, gang. All right. Well, by special request, many requests, we're going to do, again, the Jerry Doucette Mama Let Him Play solo. This is the second half to the solo. This is the fast piece, the piece where you're definitely going to work out your right hand particularly. Yeah, again, I'm not going to make any bones about it. This is a tough one, okay? So we're going to take it line by line, which I think is the way to do it, and proceed from there. All right, so hopefully this will be a lot of fun, and we'll cover it all. All right, I'm going to put the links to the other videos that I've done on this one up here for your easy reference. I'll also put them down in the description of the video, again, for your easy reference. Without further ado, let's go to it. Hey, as always, if you like this one, please press the like button, and if you haven't yet, subscribe for one or more of these every week. We'll see you in just a second. All right, gang. Let's do this one. This is the tough one, okay? This is the fast one. Last week we did the 3 choruses leading up to this. So, get a cup of coffee or whatever you need to do. Get your favorite pick, and let's get to it. I want to remind you that the tab is in the link to the description. And first things first, we're going to... Oh, and I should say that this is over the same chord progression. So we've got A, we've got a G, we've got a D, we've got an A. Okay, so that's that cycle. We're going to do that over and over till the very end where there's an F sharp minor, but let's not worry about that. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, so first things first, let me remind you of what the solo was going slow motion. Here it is. Okay, where we left off last week was this lick right here. Okay, and I said that it would lead into our fast part, so it will. So let's play the first part of the fast part, which is this, okay? Okay, now I just put that first part in there just to give us an idea of the transition that you're going to do, but the real learning is going to start with this, right? All right, so let's start out with that one. Now, I'll, again, make no bones about it, this is really tough to get up to speed. I think this part is the second hardest of the sections. The one that follows is going to be the toughest, at least for me it was. So the first one's going to go like this. All right, so that's the unit right there. Da 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 da. Okay, and you can see we're just rocking back and forth between this A on the third string, second fret, and on the fourth fret, that F sharp, right? Now, I should also say that as you're practicing this, there's a number of different ways you can do it. If you have, I think, forward technique, you might be able to use a downstroke on the thing below, but I'm hammering on, and then I'm playing. These are both picked notes. And I'm playing an upstroke on the third and a downstroke on the fourth. You can try it with upstrokes. It might be good to get up to speed. If you're a pick and fingers guy, you can do that too. And I tried that for a while to see if it worked for me. I think it was going to work, but I don't think it's what Doucette did. It will sound okay, though. That'll work just fine if you can get it up to speed. I'm playing it with a pick. I'm playing an upstroke on the third, downstroke on the fourth. All right? So again, play that nice and slowly until you can get it up to speed. That's over the A. All right? The second one is going to be over the G, and it's very, very similar. One more thing I want to point out. Don't hold down the bar. Hear how that's bleeding a lot? You don't want that to happen. So I find that it sounds best if you kind of finger it, and that's tough because you're rocking back and forth. Notice how I'm hitting that note every time, not playing. You don't want to sound that like that. I don't think that sounds right. Okay, the second part, you have no choice. Okay, so the second part is basically the same, except you're using the open G string, the open third string, right? So it's basically the same. All right, now, I messed up on that one. The very last time you play it, you play. Okay? I think I hear Doucette doing that. If you just want to play that open G, it sounds fine. If it screws you up going to that other note, don't worry about it. Okay? So the actual is something like this. All right, instead of that last open G. Okay, here's the next one. And even though this seems like the hardest one, it's actually the easiest of these three. This is over the D. then back to the A at the end. Okay, so one of the reasons is because you get to pause a little bit, and you get a rest from the picking. There's 3 of those, so that's basically a hammer-on, same hammer-on that we've got before. But this time you don't rock it back to the 4th string. You could. You can play that, and it sounds fine, but it is harder, okay? So if you just rock it up to the 3rd and hold it, that's fine. And then we're going to play 5, pull off the 4, pull off the 2. Okay, play on the 4th string, that 4th, and then play a hammer-on 2nd to 4th. Okay, so. You do that 3 times, then you play this. Okay? That's standard blues. And then we're going to play that same lick again. And then end it by just playing. And that's over that A chord. Okay? Here's the whole thing one more time so you can get the cadence of it, okay? Over that A chord, we're starting out, then the G, then the D, then the A. 4. All right, that's it. Okay, gang, here is what I think is the hardest part of it, and it's this part right here. All right, it sure doesn't seem hard when you're playing it slowly, but do play it slowly, okay? So the first part, we're just going to play over the A chord. You're going to slide up. Here's the A chord we're thinking of. It's our normal bar, but we're just going to play it over the 2nd and 3rd strings. Right? So we're going to slide up from the 5th to the 6th, and then play on the 2nd string. The hard part is playing back and forth between the 2nd and 3rd string. We're going to play 5, then 6 on the 3rd, and then 7 on the 2nd, back to 6 on the 3rd, back to 5 on the 2nd. So, all right. So you do that twice, and then we're going to do it a bunch of times. And it's written in the tab, okay? Better to get that cadence. Now, it's kind of important to lift your fingers as you're playing that, and that's one of the problems with syncing up and why it's hard to play. It doesn't sound right to do this. It's close. If you want to do that and it works for you, fine. If you don't, I think it sounds more authentic if you can lift it up. Right? All right, now we're going to slide down, do the same thing for the G, but just imagine this chord. All right, so now we're playing this. Now we're going to do the same thing for the D chord, way up here, right? Imagine this chord at the 10th fret, right? And then we're going to keep going over that A. Last part is basically on the 12th. Over that A chord, we're going to play that 12th, bend it up a whole step, that's on the second, then play the 12th on the first. And then bring it down. It happens to be we're ending on the second string 10th fret, which is an A. Let's play the whole thing again, just to, again, solidify it in your head. Here we go. I'm using that same picking pattern. Up on the second, down on the third. Up on the second, down on the third. All right, home stretch. We're getting toward the home stretch. Here we go. Next chorus. It all gets easier from there. All right, so here we go. Next part is this. All right, now I went a little bit too far on that. The next part, really this part right here. So that's just, again, playing in our home position for that A major pentatonic. But we're just playing a whole octave up from down there, right? So instead of the second fret, we're playing basically on the 14th position there. So we're going to play the 16th right here and bend that up a whole step. And then play the second, 17th on the second string. We're going to do that two times, and the third time we're going to play the 17th 3 strokes. All right, we'll do that again. Now we're going to the G, and we're going to, instead of moving anything, we're going to play the same pattern, but this time instead of bending a whole step, we're going to bend a step and a half. So we have to bend just a little bit farther. And then, okay, so that's how we get out of it. Now here's the rest of it. Now we're playing over that D chord. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to play these a few times slowly. And then we're going to play it as fast as we possibly can. Just play it as many times as you can, cramming it in until you're ready to do that bend. And the bend goes like this. Very straightforward that, right? So again, whole step on the 16th, 17th on the second, and then 16th again, bend it up a whole step. Finally play this. So that's just a simple hammer on and pull off 3rd string, 14, 16, 16 on the 4th, ending on that 14th on the 3rd. Okay, so then there's a couple of notes here. Okay, so again, that's 16th, just bending it up. Okay, the next line is okay, so that one is 17th on the second, then 17, 15, 17 and 14. Okay, and then we're going to play a pull-off, 17, 14 on the second. And then on the third, we're going to play 16, 14. And then play this. So again, very standard sort of bluesy, major bluesy thing there. 16 whole step, bring it up, down, pull off the 14th, 16th on the 4th, and 14th on the 3rd. It's harder to say than it's harder to play, than it is to play. Okay, get that last note in. Here's that whole line. Okay, now it goes bluesy again. Okay. So that's just kind of walking down on this minor pentatonic now. It's a very bluesy sound. And on this C note right there. Okay, and now that's the end of the song. And now it hits like this F sharp chord. Okay, and at the end, all I'm doing is going nuts on this one. You can play what you want. I can't say that I've dissected this perfectly for what he's doing at all. So all I'm doing is that. That's the first half. And we've already learned that lick in the first part, right? That's just the Chuck Berry lick that we learned over that major pentatonic. But now, of course, over that F minor, it becomes an F minor pentatonic, right? F sharp minor becomes an F sharp minor pentatonic. Okay, and then... last is just that power chord, F sharp. F sharp power chord. All right, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this one. Well, there you have it, gang. The whole shebang, the whole enchilada, the whole solo. Take it slow would be my advice. You know, learn it line by line. Half of the problem is memorizing it and knowing exactly what you're going to be doing. And once you get comfortable with that, at least you'll be able to play it at reasonable speed. All right, good luck with it. And until next time, we'll see you on down the road.